Hey guys, welcome back for another episode. So today we're going to continue the series on the radish challenge, where we're trying to grow 5 radishes in a 6-inch container, and we're comparing its sips to regular watering. So let's take a look at how those have been doing. Here's the control, i.e. the one that's been watered in a regular manner, so just from over top, and letting it wake up extra from the bottom, and it just sits just like this in the grow tent. So I'm just going to put it in this empty pot here for a second, just so you guys can see it a little better. Today will be day number 7 since the seeds were put into the ground. The seeds sprouted around day 2, day 3, somewhere around there. And we got pretty much 100% germination, and we thinned them out. You can see in this one we got 4 nice one, and this one just happened to be a bit smaller, but as you'll see in a second, that's okay. I've watered this once already, and as you can see, it's ready for another watering today as well. So it seems like it's going to be about every 4 days for this regular container, the control in this kind of trial. So they're doing well. You can see they're starting to grow their true leaves down there. You can see the size of these codlins, not too bad. But if we compare that to the SIPs container, I think you guys will be able to see that there is quite a difference. And in this one we had 8 out of 10 of the seeds we planted come up, and I think that's probably because I forgot to plant those last 2. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty much 100% germination. And if we just compare the 2 largest here, you can see the SIPs is pretty much getting to be twice the size. And you can see how small the true leaves are there compared to those in there. So it seems to be we're getting a difference between the 2 already. Let's just take a look. I've been trimming off the roots. Oh man, as you can see, they grow back quite quickly. This one's definitely got to come off. So I'm just going to pull it off here carefully like that. And there's still quite a bit of water. You can see we've been kind of making a compost tea almost down there. And that's fine. When I change the reservoir in these containers, I'll often dump that out, but it won't go to waste. I'll use it on a different potted plant. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and give this one a good watering. I'll basically just go by weight to get them to the same weight. Yeah, I can tell the left one here is quite a bit lighter. These are 12 days since the seeds were put in. As you guys can probably see, we had a bit of an issue recently, and you can see the leaves have all kind of curled in. This would be called physiological leaf curl. They're all curled down, except for the codlins. Codlins weren't really affected whatsoever. And what happened was that these have been growing in my micro tent, where I've just been using the exhaust to ventilate, and the circulation fan that's in there hasn't been running. I found that it doesn't really need it, and it's quite strong. So what happened was that I turned it on for a little while, walked away, came back a couple hours later, and found them all like this, like it happened, almost immediately. You can see that both the SIPs container and our control here, which is just growing in this net cup with the sides exposed. I just have it in this pot just to show you guys. And so whether it was regular watering or the SIPs, it happened to both of them. And what happened was that as soon as that fan kicked on, the RH dropped. And apparently radish is very susceptible to this. Other plants I have in that tent didn't get affected really at all. But that's okay, it shouldn't really slow things down too much. You can see a little bit of a yellowing here, so we could have an imposed lockout because of that drop in humidity. But I think it should be okay. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and feed them a little bit of fish emulsion and a bit of C90 as well. And the way I'm going to do that, this one I'm just going to water it in. But since this one is being watered from the bottom, what I'm going to do is add the nutrients from the top, but just over a few days. So the regular watering one got watered 4 days in after being seeded, and then 3 days after that, and now it's every other day. And as you can probably see, there is getting a larger and larger difference between the SIPs and the regular watering. This one's much larger, growing much faster. You can see some of these are even starting to swell. And usually if a radish is growing like outdoors or in a greenhouse and it's growing really vigorously and healthy, usually by the third true leaf, it starts to swell up, and you can see that here. If that's not happening by the third leaf, usually means it's not growing in optimal conditions, or you might have gotten fed too much nitrogen. That's something you really have to watch out for. Root crops, you give them too much nitrogen, they devote their energy to putting on foliage and going to seed rather than swelling the root. So I'm just going to feed them just a light solution of fish emulsion so the nitrogen doesn't go too much. And really they don't need it. Such a fast growing crop barely needs fertilization. You know, it's just grown very vigorously, so that could be one of the reasons why we see some of this yellowing. I'm going to go ahead and give this one some water, and the exact amount of fish emulsion and C90 solution I make, I'm just going to split that into half and give half to this one within one watering and this one over a few days, so that not too much of it leaks into the reservoir. Alright, so that's going to do it today for the radishes. Stay tuned. I'm going to be releasing the progress of it here pretty quickly. The radish challenge itself is actually already done. And again, I'd highly encourage you to try it out yourself. Also, if you're wondering what the heck is this C90 stuff he's talking about, I just ran out of it recently. It's one of the very few inputs I use and have been using for a few years now. Long story short, it's sea salt. And I'm going to be doing like a little unboxing video because I'm going to be getting some more here. So stay tuned for that as well. Also, go check out the Embracing Organics channel here on YouTube. We have that bi-weekly stream. It's actually every week, but we kind of rotate between topics one week and then just a loose structured hangout show the other week. So if you're watching this the day it's coming out, today is one of those hangout days. So today at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, make sure you're heading over there to check us out. We got a great panel. I love talking about organics, hybrid system, anything and everything pretty much. And we're getting close to 500 subscribers on that channel. I think we're only about 20 away. And when we hit 500, we're doing our giveaway with a bunch of microbial inoculants. So we got the WOW mycorrhizal fungi, we got some extreme gardening myco stuff, mammoth pea, and a bunch of slaps, and maybe some other stuff that I'm kind of forgetting. But we're going to have 2 prizes of that to give away as soon as we hit 500, and we'll be doing that giveaway on a live stream. So make sure you're subscribed and you got your notifications set. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on growing.